You are back-to-back USA Conference champs. I guess how does it feel, man? Back-to-back. This is your second season in the league, and you're finding yourself as a conference champion again. Yeah, and that's what you guys did 2 weeks ago when you played them. You only had about roughly 24 rushing yards total, and then this week against them, you stepped it up a lot. You came through. Let me see what I got you here down. I got you down as over 100 plus rushing yards. So, what do you think changed, coming into this game compared to last game? What did you guys change up? Yeah, I was going to comment on that. I got two plays that stood out to me. So before halftime, you guys made a huge pick six to widen the gap there, and then I think the second half, third or fourth quarter, FIU made a huge 4th and 15 play to the running back, and then a couple plays after, your defense got another interception. So I guess how do you guys stay so composed, after giving up a huge 4th and 15 play? How do you guys, just be like, it happens and bounce back? Yeah, that was huge. And last question here for you, Coach. So we had plenty of teams that were playoff eligible that, lost their conference championship game. If I go through some names, Oregon, BYU, South Carolina, and we have Iowa State, who was sitting on the cusp as a 8-4 team. They didn't have a conference championship game this week, and we had Ohio State, who was ranked 11. Now, do you guys feel like you did enough to turn the committee's heads to you? You know, you're a back-to-back conference champ. You just took out a, what was it, 10 and 1, 11 and 1 FIU team. Do you feel like you've done enough to make it into the playoff and have
Well,
Kennesaw's first berth?
the best way to answer, I mean, we feel we're as healthy as we've been all year. So I'm hoping, I mean, that's up to whatever the committee decides, that's up to them. But it's we're as healthy as we've been all year. We've been missing so many guys on injury. I think we're up to 9 at one point. It's tough to win ball games, especially in a league this competitive, when you're rolling with your, second, third, fourth string, fifth string, even a receiver at one point, a receiver and corner. We got fifth and sixth string guys out there. The defensive line. I know we got gashed in the middle of the season on the run game. We were missing two of our starting defensive linemen, and they just had our way with us. I mean, we were trying to plug guys in, find guys that would fit. Um, that it's out of our control. We took care of what we needed, what we could control. We took care of. So that's all we can do.
All right, I appreciate, you taking the time out to, come down and talk with us here at the CBS studios. And other than that, congratulations again, Coach. Back to back Conference USA champs. That's a definitely a good feature to have on your resume. And maybe, some top-notch schools might see that and give you a call this off season. We'll see. But
Yeah. We got good things happening in Kennesaw right now. Go Owls.
go House. All right.